Hey there everybody, welcome to the channel. I'm your host, Rama, and in today's video we'll be talking about everything you need to know when it comes to this week in Grand Theft Auto Online. And I'll be honest, this is a pretty lousy week, at least when it comes to bonus earning potential. In front of me, we can see the actual bonus money. We have 3 times money on Ludendorff Cemetery Survival, 2 times GTA money on Slasher, times 4 for GTA Plus members, times 2 money on Jack-O-Lanterns, and times 2 money on Halloween Community Series. That's it. I've scrolled throughout this entire list, and that is literally the only double money that I have seen. So, unless I'm missing something, yeah, this is the worst week I have ever seen when it comes to making double or quadruple money on anything. There's no business bonuses. It's pretty dang tragic. I don't know why Rockstar wanted to make the Halloween week so bad, but yes, congratulations, Rockstar. You have succeeded at that goal. With that being said, we are still going to break into everything else that you want to know this week when it comes to GTA Online. We're going to break into the discounted cars and the bonuses. But yeah, if you were trying to log on this week to earn some money, unfortunately, you're probably going to have to stick to the Cayo Perico heist, or don't bother logging it at all. So let's talk about the Podium vehicle, which is right in front of us, the Ocelot Penetrator, still arguably the worst name ever in GTA for a vehicle. It's a decent car, it's a fun vehicle based off the Jaguar XJ220, but definitely nothing special in terms of the supers category. We have the Ardent as this week's prize ride. All you have to do is place top 2 once, so it's a pretty easy challenge, and the car is alright. It actually has machine guns mounted on the front, which I guess is cool, but it's not very fast, and it's definitely not an impressive car by any means of the word, so yeah, nothing too crazy when it comes to this week's freebies. Now we move over to the removed vehicles, which are coming back that you can get your hands on. We have the Pegassi Vaca. We have the Vapid Blade. We have the, God, I always forget the name of this vehicle because it's really, really mediocre. It's the Enos Stafford, that's right. We have the GT500 and the Dubachi 770. In general, all of these vehicles, none of them are really that special. I think the 770 is actually a pretty nice car, but apart from that, I wouldn't pick up any of the removed vehicles this week. Now we have the freebie, which is the Krieger. If you haven't picked this vehicle up, I don't know where you've been, because the Krieger's been available all of this entire last week for free. But yes, if you're watching today's video and you haven't logged in the GTA over the past week, up until November 5th, the Benefactor Krieger is an absolutely free vehicle that any player can get their hands on. So all you gotta do right now is go onto your phone, Legendary Motorsport, go to two-door and sort by price, and you'll see the Krieger for free right here. You're going to want to get your hands on this car. It is one of the best supercars in the game. Pick it up. Then that brings us to the discounted vehicles. We have 30% off the LCC Sanctus, the Lurcher, Frankenstein, Hot Rod, and the Romero Hearst, just like all the previous weeks this month. Then we drive into the new unique vehicles that are 30% off. We start off with the Sentinel Classic. It's actually a pretty nice vehicle. Definitely a car that I would recommend to pick up if you don't have it, especially because you can bring it to Benny's and turn it into the wide body, which is pretty dang cool. We have the Dorado, which in my opinion is one of the biggest wastes of money in the game, so I would not get your hands on that. We have the Vapid Cara 4x4, which is actually a pretty dang sick truck. It's based off the Raptor, of course, and yeah, if you don't have this, pick it up. It's cheap, it's fun, and it's a really, really cool vehicle to get your hands on. We have the Baller STD. Now, the STD does actually have semi-bulletproof glass, which is something that a lot of players don't know. So that's kind of cool. However, it can't survive any explosions, so still kind of mid. We have the Vapid Retinue Mark II, which is also a pretty mediocre vehicle, being totally honest. We have the Wastelander. Don't know why you'd want to buy that. We have the Vom Fumer, I never know the exact thing. It's right there, Vom Fuer. There you go. This is the anti-aircraft trailer, which is really fun if you have somebody to drive you around. Absolutely useless if you don't. So if you're a solo player, stay away from this. If you have friends, the anti-aircraft trailer is actually the most damaging weapon in the entire game, and it is pretty dang dangerous in that regard. We have the Hakachu Drag, which is a really important vehicle to get your hands on, especially if you want to get the HSW upgrade on this vehicle. So, yeah, get your hands on the Hakachu Drag. It's an incredibly impressive motorcycle. we have the MOC trailer, which is a very important purchase as well because it allows you to upgrade certain weaponized vehicles like the Vigilante and put the homing missile upgrade on them, which will be really important for missions. So in general, definitely want to get your hands on that. And then we finish off with one of the weirdest discounts I've ever seen, which is the Declasse Bugstar Burrito. Not sure why you'd want to buy this, but yes, indeed it is on sale this week. Now, that's not the only thing that we have to talk about. We got some free stuff. For example, this week, if you log in, you'll get free Halloween masks, sugar, skull face paints, and skull tattoos, which I guess is kind of cool. The weekly challenge, if you win one adversary mode, you get the gray hooded skull mask and $200,000. At least the weekly challenge is pretty easy, and if you swap to your second character, you can repeat that weekly challenge, so it's actually a really easy $400,000. If you complete the UFO abduction event, you receive a gray space interloper outfit. I think that's what it says. Yeah, my like text box that I'm reading from is very small. I should have made it larger. We have Day of the Dead rewards. If you log in, you receive a Dia de Muertos tee, plus the floral and romance Galca masks. And then we also have Halloween weather through November 3rd, an undeniable amount of UFO appearances, and UFO abduction event. So, in other words, a lot of Halloween-themed things. We have some free masks and outfits that you can get your hands on. But in terms of actual bonus money, apart from the weekly challenge, this seems to be one of the worst weeks in GTA Online. Which is a real bummer, because normally I get motivation to stream and play GTA and grind when we have weekly updates. And when Rockstar gives us an absolute snooze fest like this, I think we can all agree it's just a big L. Especially because, like, there's so many different businesses that exist that they could easily give us a quick bonus towards, right? It's just so lame. They could have even, at least given us some sort of big bonus for the Halloween event where maybe we earn $1 million if we find all the jack-o'-lanterns or something. I don't know. But I think most of you will agree that this is definitely one of the worst weeks ever in GTA when it comes... I mean, there's literally no business bonus. And the discounted vehicles aren't very good. There's really nothing that special about this week. So, yeah, if you haven't picked up the Krieger, get it. It's free. The Ardent, I will probably be making a video on later today, just because it is a pretty easy vehicle to get your hands on, and it is based off a Lotus Esprit, if I'm not mistaken, which is pretty dang cool. But apart from that, this is really definitely one of the lamest weeks I've ever seen. So, as always, hopefully, unlike this week, you did enjoy today's video, and if you want to see more content like this in the future, please consider smashing that subscribe button down below. As I always say, I'm the first to get out the weekly update info, as long as I don't sleep through my alarm like I did last week. So, yeah, I'll see you all in the next one. Bye-bye.